Hi there. Well, there we are. Already 2 playbacks. I just wanted to give you a little feeling of what's going on here. I've noticed a lot of these ridges alongside these ancient mountainous, what look like roads, and maybe that's exactly what they are, is roads. Let's measure one. Again, I found them to be about 30 yards. This one is actually quite thin. It's only 12 meters. How many yards is that? And when I see it that thin, I think, okay, this could be a modern day road. The ones that are 30 yards wide, this is only 15 yards wide. Let's go to another spot. Let's try here. They seem like they're probably made for men, not made by giants or anything like that. But when you see the direction these roads take and the way they cut through stone, I sometimes think that this side stone is also part of the original design. But what you don't understand is when it goes right through the mountain. Now, you can see it. We'll go back to the original little nub. Did I go the right way? I may have gone the wrong way, but it doesn't really matter at this point. I've got it saved over here. You can see it going all the way over here to the original point right there. Let me just check and make sure that I'm hearing myself. Okay, I guess I have the volume way down. Probably because that music was so loud. Again, I do use New Earth's video to grab that music. If you like it, you might want to ask her directly who it is. I tried. I didn't get a response. I'm looking for it. And of course, if it's a problem, I'll just snip them from my videos. Going back to this nub, I think that this one is kind of weird. It's not really on the path. It's like next to the path. And here's a great shadow shot of it, so you can see the profile and how this one part is so prominent. And it's like, you know, you've got a mountain, and I don't know what this stone is, if it's limestone, sandstone, or what kind of rock it is, granite, I don't know. But I would be interested in doing a sample of these. And one other thing about this, I have been talking fantasy world to most about how this was created like a wall with some type of terraforming machine, ancient terraforming machine, to create these little walls and therefore these mountains. But you can see in this one how the materials have either been laid out deliberately. Here's the original foundations, and here's like the wall foundation that kind of adds to it. And you don't see a lot of green on these walls. Now, I do see more green here. I don't know if that means that it wasn't really a fertilizer they were adding, but more of a wall with no living compounds. Look how this was somehow scooped out, maybe dug away by humans, or maybe actually scooped by ancient civilizations, ancient Anunnaki gold miners for some reason. Now, on the other side, it didn't seem to get messed with. It's nice and smooth, but there was a little something happening here. I think it's quite interesting. Maybe this was part of the construction process, this nub. And over here you can see another one. And again, it seems like the gap, it's right there. You can see what I call the gap. It's for some reason softer and leaving. It's going through the mountains, but then it decays faster and leaves a gap. And these gaps are visible very clearly everywhere around here. I've never seen gaps like this before, so I don't know how to describe it. But it seems that this gap, if you turn it, you can see that the stone is actually on one side of it. And I'm not sure if we see the gap there or if it's right there. It seems like this line would go right straight along there. And this other side, it looks like it's been changed a little bit because of humans making a road going around it. If it had this gap going right there, why did they go around it? Because I think that it got a little deformed somehow. You can see it quite clearly cutting into the floodplain off the mountain. And when you zoom into the mountain, these stones, they usually go through. You can see some residual lines here. Not too much up there, but some of these other ones, I kind of wonder about this. Was that a nub created by these terraforming machines? Is that some ancient concrete, or is that the actual mountain plateau? I'm still not sure. At first, when I discovered the other day, I discovered this. I can show you from my @AncientInsight page on Facebook. You can easily find it with the @AncientInsight. Lots of weird things, like this thing here. Oh, stay on page. What am I doing? Did I not hit enter? Okay, I need to hit enter here. That's just a picture that I was adding. But these things, it's like they're just out of the middle of nowhere. Just this material piled up. It almost feels like it was some kind of a coming off a hopper and creating that. I mean, are they volcanoes? I'd like to get closer, but I didn't find any. We can click on that and visit it. But I was actually heading over towards something from a long time ago. I mean, this is a real picture, so you get all sorts of crazy pictures on Google Earth. These are the two meteorites, the craters, that is, and that's back up in the richat. But that's the richat. That's near the richat. All those. This is just south of the richat. But where is the one? Okay, I lost it. Is it? I think I lost it. What happened to it? Why did I miss it? Let me get out of here. Is it above here? Okay, what happened to that? It's got to be right here. Yeah, right there. What happened to those? This is the one that I'm talking about. Ever since I saw this, I thought, okay, these things are being created on top of the plane. When I see this, it says, I mean, by the way, we can check it right now because I want to confirm. You have down here in the bottom right corner meters, and this is a low spot. It got a water breach, so this has been weathered. So I'm starting up here. That's 426, 427. Over here, 420, 14. I'm sorry, I said 4. I meant to say 14. 1422. We'll go to the actual plane, and it's 1425 up here. So 1425. Over here, it's 1432. Now down here, it's a little bit different. It might be full of material, but down here, it's 1413. Okay, so we definitely have a 20-foot wall. 32 minus 13 is 29. Or sorry, 19. And so that's 20 feet high. Now, I think that's a big difference between the ones that we were just looking at over here. I mean, if you look at this is 1973. Down here, it's 1942. So 1970, 1943. This nub, it says 85 at the top of that nub. So we have this road, this top of this mountain is 2001. This is quite high. I rarely see them over 2,000 meters. But this line here, you see this nub, and then down the mountain across, you follow the line, you get more nubs, more shadows. Okay, maybe that's not quite the same. And there's another one here, right next to it. But that could be part of this, it looks like. I don't know. But then alongside here, it's rather cut through. It's like it's deliberately like some glue seeping out of two pieces of wood put together. And I just don't understand. I just can't comprehend what could have done it. Now look here. You can see it cut right through what I'm calling bedrock at this point. It's the mountain rock. And I mean, why did you see this everywhere? It's not just like sometimes. We're not just lucky. Here it happened again, going past that in between here. Now here it seems like it's not so wide, but you can see very clearly we have, I think, an area of like nubbiness on every ridge, usually near the top, obviously, but it seems like it's just too similar, too many points in time. You can still see that line continuing. Here they are parallel at this point. There's two of them. You can see this one as well. And the question is do you think that's deliberate? I mean, I feel like I'm going crazy seeing this. But there's two nice, what I'm going to call walls. I mean, we can check it's 2100 is here, but this is 2075. This is 2084, 2066, 2000. It's going down the mountain, right? So it's going up a mountain. We got to find in the middle. It's 2079. So it's actually higher in the middle. We got to get it. Let's go no 3D. Oh, well, there you go. And by the way, this 3D model depends on the meter, so we don't have to really look at the height to see what's going on here. I mean, this has been continuing on for kilometers and kilometers. This part, no, not really. Well, actually, yes. You can see them coming together. You can see these ancient roads. If it's not a road, then what is it, a wall? So, just definitely a little bit too straight for nature, in my opinion. I know nothing's straight here, but it's just too anomalous and too deliberate, especially the one that I just showed you here. I mean, that definitely, that could even be made with shovels, to be honest. I'm not going to say that there's a big terraforming machine that had to make that. Probably not shovels. Let's take a look at the measurements. Remember, the middle where the breaches always happen, that says 1421. That's the lowest point on the wall. Over here, we got a high point. Says 1423. So it's only a couple feet difference. Now, if we go in the middle of the crevice, let's go back over to, hopefully, the high point. Let's go here. Let's go to the plateau. The plateau is 1439, 1444. Over here, right by the wall, it looks like it goes right down right down to 29, 27, 26. But out here, we've got 1413. Right there by the wall, it's 1419. So it's only 5 foot higher right there, but you definitely have a deliberate partition place to direct water. I'm not sure, maybe stop water from going in. It seems like they wanted to control something. They're placed right there, there, and there. There's even this weird one right there. I don't know what that's all about. It's like barely doing anything. But you can see the thickness, and we can even turn it and look at it from a different angle, because the angle, this is looking straight down with a shadow. That's how it would look if we were the sun. And we can just click half of that. It's only 6 meters wide. So if these were some kind of weird ancient terraforming machine, they can definitely control the width. But what kind of bulldozer will give you an 8-meter wide strip like that? And it's so straight and so random in a way, like somebody's just driving some kind of a truck around, leaving mud everywhere. Yeah, these are definitely smaller. I'm not going to try to say these are as big as the other ones. They're not. But whatever machine created that can create a nice consistent path from anywhere from as low as 6.39 meters. I've been looking at yards, 7 yards. It's exactly 7 yards, which is exactly 14 cubits or 21 feet. I mean, 21 feet is a two-lane highway. 20 feet. I mean, maybe without the the side area, but it's enough for 2 cars, right? That's there. That's a very small little line. It looked like it was trying to control something, and maybe they were just dropping off extra material, like when construction workers leave a pile of asphalt laying around. Maybe he's cleaning his brush, wiping the devices thing. It actually does cut across again and goes over here and cuts across more. So it's not like it seems like that comes through there, but there's a piece right here too. It's like a triangle, right? I'm not sure. There are plenty of triangles. Don't get tricked by that. That's a fence. And those fences are a little thinner. If you try to measure it, you're not going to get anything out of it. But when you see these other lines, you don't know where the nature starts and the creation starts, the deliberate creation. You see some actually that are really long over like this. This is actually more of a canal or a gully. It's not really a line. So is it these machines cutting into mountains as well? I don't want to go here. I want to go to Madagascar and take a look at where I found well, I didn't find it. Anthony Tunsell found it, and he showed me, and I looked at it and said, gee, what is it? Okay, is there a mosquito? I think there's a mosquito in the room. These cuttings here, they go on for miles and miles, and they're kind of different from the rest of the mountain, and I think that's what we're looking at. He was looking at these two, and kind of just wondering where these cuts came from. They're not those roads. They're not the ridge. Those roads are like mountains. This is like canals. Maybe it's the same machine that could do that. But I'm not gonna get too far into this because I haven't found very many of these, but you can kind of see them. What was it doing if this has created these gullies? And by the way, how many miles are those? I mean, they're quite long. Maybe that's what we were seeing over there. Let me just measure. So that's 12,000 yards, and let me go over to kilometers. 11 kilometers. Right, because 1,000 yards is almost 1,000 meters, and that's a kilometer, so that makes sense. I mean, I'm sure that some geologists can give us a natural reason why these things exist. But they're just kind of like destroying like what seems to be the natural form of the earth around it, and then suddenly you've got this line cutting through. Okay, I don't have any comments. I've only been talking for 20 minutes. I didn't really want to get into this too deep. The main reason for this video was to show you the nubs that we had been finding. I kind of lost them. There's one of the original ones. And it seems like you see these nubs alongside these ancient, I'm going to just call them tracks or paths, because I don't know if it's a wall. I mean, when it's a mountain, it's a wall. So the question is how, what is ancient mountain and what's created mountain? That I'm not sure about. You can see this thing very clearly going along the countryside. We can back up and we can measure it. I will do that right now. Just want to back out far enough so we can pretty much get the whole thing. See, there's the beginning point is right there, and we'll measure that. See, I gotta zoom back in so I can see it. I don't remember which one is which now. We've got like several of them, don't we? This one, that's it. Let me just go to the end. Let's start here. Let's just go along here, along here, along here to here. It's 10,000 meters, so it's what happened? It's 10 kilometers long. And we can move that if necessary. See, look, it stopped right there. Did we see it go anywhere else? It looks like a big, huge hole right there in the hill. And I don't know, that could be more. I don't see, maybe that. Yeah, it seems like it's continuing a little bit. There. Here's more here. Here's more here. It just goes all the way. I mean, you can see a big old part of it right there. That's the whole gap thing I'm talking about. And see how wide it is there. This one looks like it's 30 yards. Whoops. Let me go to yards. Okay, that's only 13. Let's try here. That's 14 yards. So again, 14 yards is, what was I looking at before? Okay, so it's almost 30 cubit, or it's about 45 feet across. That's even got water in it right there. You can see the water. So these things are very sedimentary, holding water. If we back out, I shouldn't have done that because I've already lost my line. The line is still there. Let's start over again. I just got to find my thing. Here it is, right here. Okay, I started here in this city called Golden Gate Highlands. Let's start new from here. Now we zoom out again and we follow it. Follow it here. There. We still see a line. It goes through. We can still see it. Still see it. Okay, I'm not seeing it anymore. A couple things. I think we see something right there. There's part of a ridge, you know. There's that one spine that I keep talking about. But let's go back to where we see the gap. Right here. You can see it right there. And this is, we don't have it. It's 19,000 yards. So it's 20 kilometers long. 17.37 kilometers long. And you can still see from here the ridge that was created. I mean, it's been manicured by modern day activity, but you can still see this ridge. Oh, Greg Brown, hello. Thank you for joining, and thanks for your comment. Let me know if you have any quick questions. I'm not going to talk much longer. I was just discovering these things, you know, these as what do you call them? I don't know if you saw the beginning of the video. These knobs. Here's one of them. Here in this one, I can find it. It's at the beginning of my measurement. You can see it right here. Right here. They're not straight lines. Oh, did I forget to make? I forgot to make the thumbnail for this, didn't I? See, I knew I forgot something. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and get the thumbnail made, and then I'll change that. I forgot the thumbnail. Let me do that, and I'll end this video real soon. Thank you for joining me there. You know what I can do? I think I can do that thumbnail while I'm talking, so I'll give you a chance to comment. Here's my thumbnail, secrets. First, I'll grab the name. The name I did change. I'll probably have to change that a little more. And then the one that I did last, I think I'll use this one. I kind of like that. I'll make a copy of it. By the way, I am about to, okay, let me just change the name. Thumbnail. I always put the word thumbnail in there, and it actually helped me a lot. So that's the new one. We'll put that over here. Live stream. Oh, hey, Austin. Yeah, thanks, Greg. Austin, thanks for joining. I was just about to make the thumbnail. I used my old one. I delete that. I think I have one ready to go here. No, that's not it. I'll put that here because I can use it, but I'm looking for this picture for my thumbnail, not that one. I guess I'll just use this one for now, and later on I can change it again. But I always make that mistake. Yeah, Austin, you were right, by the way. You were right. You were the one that said that you had to reset your monetization. You had to reset your chats. The chats are now saving able, but the monetization, I have to redo it every single time. It's kind of a pain in my butt, and especially if you forget to do it. And the thumbnail too, right? Where was this? Is this it? No, we can close this. I don't want to change this. And by the way, I'm now using Adobe Premiere and After Effects, and I'm having some problems adjusting to the learning curve. It's a big job, but I'm gonna do it. That's what I'm doing. But I was looking for some some stuff, and I just saw that nub, and I'm like, I think I'm going to just talk about this right now. Okay, where am I? Here? Okay, so let's put this first, and then let's get this text back. Actually, I just want to... Mysterious nubs found. I'm going to write that here. I don't know if that's the best title. Please comment now if you don't have a better title for me. I'll change it. I'm sorry, I got something in my tooth. Let's see, I knew something happened. There. So I'll call it that. I don't know if I really want to work on this too much. And then we need this picture. I really need help with Adobe Premiere Pro CC. I don't know if anybody else is using that, but it has everything I need. Okay, impossible ancient mountain paths. Let's try that word. See, are they roads? Are they... I want to use the word along. Just kind of pushing it. Why is it so... I think my settings are a little off here. Custom, see? I'll probably change that back to single. There we go. Let's just get rid of this and just keep this the wording ancient roads. Ancient wall roads. Wall/roads. I mean, they obviously have intelligence. Okay, that doesn't help. Try that. So this is what I do for every video, right? I have to. This is my life, working on this computer. Let me just enlarge this a little more. Whoops. What happened? Oh. So this thing is going to be like difficult for me. If you hadn't noticed, I've resized every word. Oh, there we go. Can I just make this bigger and cut it? Maybe I can change the color from yellow to something else. See? Let me just undo that because let me just center all this and that'll help, right? And I'll put it down in the corner and maybe change the color. Should I change it to blue? That's better, right? Maybe put it over on this. I don't know. Now it seems to be harder to read. Ancient. See what I'll do? Let me write pre-Atlantis again. Let's just stick with that. Okay, so now you know what my life's all about. I'm done talking about the previous topic. Okay, good night, Austin. My volume's pretty low? Huh. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, maybe a little bit. I guess I can turn it up a bit, but I'm not going to change it. I'm done with this video. Thanks for telling me that, Greg. I'll double check that later. Let me see if I can change this thumbnail real quick. right there. And yeah, some pictures in there that I left. Okay, so save that. Now maybe I can redo that. That actually, now that it's like that, maybe I can do it more like this. Make it super big. Let's try that again. You say it's what? Oh, I'm not live anymore? What happened here? There, now it's live. Where's the sound? I guess you're right about the sound. What's going on here? Let's try that again. It's all right. It's not so bad. I mean, yeah, I should definitely keep in mind that people might want to turn it up. I try not to make it too loud, though. Sometimes I've noticed I've been too loud. All right, I wanted to change that one more time. Thank you for your help there, Greg. I will double check going down. Change that one more time. It's just to the bigger one. It's just a little nicer, right? All right, and by the way, when I'm making these thumbnails, I'm making them to actually use them more than once. Well, guys, it looks like I've got 3 viewers. I can just go one more time. The only way to do it now would be to go to the Ancient Insight page and go to the link. There's the first one we did, and the second one we did was right down here. And I was just noticing how, where is it? It's gone? It's weird. One. Oh, it must be more up here. Okay, it's up here. See, I'm so confused. There it is, right here. This one. Yeah, this one is a little weird. It's kind of not very green. And you can see that's a big, huge, giant, like, rock that's connected, and it's part of this part of the wall. The road goes around it as opposed to through it, although there is this gap. And you can see the gap right there. Why wouldn't they just follow that for the road? Well, maybe it's not stable enough. Or maybe it needs to be worked, but what is this line here? What is this line? And the nub, you can see it's not at the top of the mountain. It's down the side of the mountain. Near the bottom, their ancient terraforming machine must have unloaded its payload to clean it out, wiping its paintbrush off, wiping off its nozzle or whatever, and leaving like stuff. And you can see that, follow that. You can kind of follow this one, and you can find more of those along the same line. Oh, this one actually not so much. You know, you see a line like that. Of course, I could say that could be natural, but you can see it from space, right? And there's one more over here. Why is it like that? Because there's some intelligence to these mountains. These gaps you can see here. Look at that one right there. That's pretty thick. And why was that one wider? They're not perfect, right? But they do create it. That's a 30-meter gap. And regarding yards, I like to look at the yards. It's 35 yards exactly. So that means 70 cubits, or literally about 100 feet. That's pretty wide right there, but I still see it because it's parallel to this straight line. Maybe you can see the spine here. You can see the other tail end of it coming out here, but it's clearly cutting across this mountain. And for some reason, I mean, we see it here. Something happened here. Some rocks just fell in the way. I mean, I'm not saying that it was yesterday. We can also see never mind. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not. What is that? That's bizarre, right? What are we seeing there? That looks like some type of a patch job. I don't even know what we're seeing there. But you can definitely see that this spine quickly becomes a rut the minute it encounters certain types of material. I really don't know what's going on here. That just looks like it's been photoshopped, honestly. Maybe if I turn it over, it'll look different. Let me try that and see if that helps. I'm not, okay, that looks a little, what is that black there? That just looks so fake and so low res compared to what's next to it. When we go over here, we can see, it's about the same. It's just bizarre though. What's down? Yeah, some interesting little lakes, or little tiny ponds, maybe you can say. Anyways, back to this. This is the mountain spine, and measurements work best. Yeah, we're done with the measurement. It's kind of funny how you can almost just turn and get a three-dimensional view of this mountain. I thought we got rid of that. Oh, I see why it's so wide. Well, I'll tell you why it's wide, because it got filled in with sediment. So it's definitely not that wide, right? That's just the edge. You can see the other edge. I don't know, it's from there to there, but it's also going up. So it's higher. There certainly is a lot to see. I've been looking and looking. Okay, cool. Thank you, Greg. Well, I was going to finish this. I didn't even mean to go so long. So I just wanted to get it out there. And what I'll be doing is, wow, I want to know all about your recording studio and what city you are. Please tell me. Where's this recording studio located at? All right, let's see what else I can do. I was just watching that video. What I love about USA after 6 years living abroad. That's my day. I'm also watching a lot of YouTube, Premiere Pro, and learning how to do some stuff. And I was dealing with this one, and I learned how to crop just now. It's very difficult. I know how to crop in my other program. I use Camtasia, and sometimes I think, oh, just put it in Camtasia. But once you learn it, you don't have to put it in Camtasia. So I just need to learn it. What's that? What is this? So bizarre, right? It actually, so that's not really cropping, that's resizing. Where's the one? Okay, there it is. So the question I have is, why do I have two? Oh, you know what? I better undo all that. I know why. I just realized why. Uh-oh. Redo. I want to redo that. Redo auto editing. There we go. Okay, so that's done. I figured out how to truncate silent gaps in the video. And that's a tool that I've been wanting for a long time, so that was really important to me. All right, y'all have a nice one. Thanks, Greg, for giving me the feedback. Austin, if you're gone, have a nice evening too. Let's play this one more time, and then I'm going to shut it down.